We're living in a new age of invention. Brilliant brains are no longer just holed up in leading university labs or research facilities.
Today, inventors are coming together in technology hubs like this to design,
to help improve people's lives.
It's actually working. That's so cool.
For this series, we brought together 7 of the UK's leading engineers, designers and computer programmers.
Ta-da! I'm gonna make myself the guinea pig.
They'll use cutting-edge science and technology to build life-changing solutions for people in desperate need.
I don't know who to ask or where to go.
In pain, uncomfortable.
From helping individuals who are seriously ill
Whoa!
to solving issues affecting entire communities.
Someone's either going to get seriously injured and can't get aid, or someone's going to die.
They'll attempt to tackle major problems that have so far gone unsolved.
I think I've created something really new and possibly revolutionary.
The potential of this is massive. Fingers crossed, nothing cracks or explodes.
This week, they'll help a photographer with a life-threatening condition.
I already bring attention to myself with my bandages.
They'll attempt to bring cutting-edge communication to a remote Welsh village.
Why should we be excluded?
They'll work to give some control back to a young designer with Parkinson's disease.
Anything you could do that would just make my hand do what I want it to do.
I'm Simon Reeve. Over the next 9 months, I'll be working with this brilliant team.
If they succeed, they could change these people's lives and the lives of many more.
This is the best thing that could ever happen for us.
Keep going, keep going! Keep going to do it!
Our team's base is in East London. Known as a makerspace, it's one of a national network of inventors' hubs crammed full of the latest technology. It's from here that our 7 leading inventors will attempt to create fixes for people with nowhere else to turn.
I'm really excited about what we're going to learn. I can't wait to meet these people.
The team includes a director from Microsoft, engineers who worked at Dyson's Innovation Labs, award-winning designers who've built everything from ambulances to earthquake sensors.
Yeah, right, let's get our sleeves rolled up and get stuck in.
The next case for our team is to help a talented young designer whose illness is affecting her career. Computer scientist Haiyan Jung will lead the project. Her work includes designing cutlery for disabled people and even panic buttons for use in hostile environments. Currently, she's a director of innovation at Microsoft Research.
What are you hoping to find out today?
I think on the first visit, it's really just getting to know her, what she's like.
And seeing where you might be able to fit in with your expertise and help.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you doing?
We've come to a busy design agency in London to meet 32-year-old Emma Lawton, a successful graphic designer.
What does a creative director do in a company like this?
We often do branding, we do sort of some print work. I sit around all day and colour things in, that's what I tell people.
Emma has Parkinson's. It's relatively common among the over 60s. Emma developed the condition when she was just 29. Currently, there's no cure.
Okay, right, I'm going to try and replicate this here. We're off to a great start.
Emma's not expecting a miracle cure from Haiyan, but she'd like help dealing with symptoms of Parkinson's. Many sufferers find their limbs become more rigid and they experience tremors.
I tend to kind of just avoid doing sketching and writing now because it's not really worth it if you get something like that. It's like anything you could do that would just make my hand do what I want it to do and to be able to sign my name would be an incredible thing. There's things like that that are really important to me to be able to kind of express myself through writing.
How integral is drawing to your job?
It's important to me as a person and as a designer that I can do it.
Personally and professionally?
Personally and professionally.
This isn't just a job, this is an out.
This is who I am.
We're heading to Emma's home to find out more about how Parkinson's has affected her life.
Thank you.
How did your family take the diagnosis?
In very different ways. My mum works in sort of learning disabilities and things like that, so she's incredibly practical in a crisis, and I know that she got incredibly upset about it, and she just didn't show me that. She was there for hugs when I needed it, but she went into battle plan mode, and I needed her to do that because I wasn't ready to do that myself. My dad, I think, was upset that he couldn't fix it, and I think it's taken him a long time to realise that we can't actually solve it. We just have to live with it and do the best that we can.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Emma's been with her boyfriend Shram for the last 3 years.
Nice to meet you.
Simon.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Can you give us an idea of how important drawing and being able to create things on a page is to her?
I think one of the things that she wants to do is just feel like everybody else, do the things that everybody else does on a day-to-day basis. You know, obviously, she's honest about it. You know, it's the little things that keep you human, as it were. You know, doing the day-to-day things that we normally do. You know, if she could do just simply writing, that would give her more. And drawing, obviously, you know, is really important to her from a creative perspective. So I think it would just open so much more up for her that, to an extent, she may have thought she'll never be able to do again.
Over the next 2 weeks, Hyan juggles her full-time job and her newborn baby with researching solutions that could help to get Emma writing and drawing again.
So I met with this really interesting Oxford professor of physics who I was chatting with about this particular challenge with Emma.
Hyan experiments with pens that are adapted to reduce tremors, but they're not quite good enough for what Emma needs. So she starts developing her own ideas.
I've got a whole bunch of experiments to try out.
She's invited Emma to her office in Cambridge.
So it's all super rough, so I'm not expecting
cool.
any answers. Just sort of, I just want to kind of observe you doing more different kinds of writing and drawing. This is a pantograph. It is a children's toy, but it's also a professional design tool.
Yeah.
I've tried to cheat a little bit by adding in slightly more rigid hinges so that it's trying to dampen
clever.
your movement a little bit. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's try it.
First, she tries to steady Emma's hand by increasing the drag of the pen.
It's actually probably magnifying the shakes. You would think it would dampen it down, but it actually sort of magnifies it.
Let's move on to something much more experimental. Well, it started out with thinking about this phenomenon that happens when a magnet is rolling off an aluminium surface.
Okay.
So it does weird things like this.
Sliding.
Because basically an opposing magnetic force is being created around the magnet, so it's just slowing down the slide.
Then she uses magnets to create a resistance.
You know, if we slide...
Can I start over this way a little bit, or is that...
Yeah, sure, just slide it around.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This writing pad comes with me to just, like, hold the magnet underneath.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
What did you say? Don't lift the pen.
Yeah.
But at the end of the tests, Emma's control of the pen is still poor.
How do we even just begin to help her overcome this particular symptom of her tremors and helping her be able to regain her writing ability, her drawing ability? You know, I don't think we're ever going to get that back 100%. You know, my challenge is I mean, it's immense.
The team are back in London, talking through the ideas to help Parkinson's patient Emma deal with her tremors.
Design director, creative director, for goodness sake, and she can't express herself the way that she wants to. It must be so difficult.
I think we all would love to support her and help her maintain that optimism.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, we live in a very technological age, but I still carry a pen and paper with me everywhere I go and use it every day.
Hyan has been researching what's on the market already for Parkinson's patients.
Have you guys recently seen this project where someone's made a spoon? It actually counteracts the tremors you get from Parkinson's. So the spoon actually vibrates in opposition to how your hand might be shaking, and therefore it is steady. It applies an opposite force to your tremors.
So it keeps soup on the spoon?
Exactly.
Taking inspiration from the spoon, Hyan goes away to experiment with vibrations.
So what I'm doing is I'm making a very rough prototype, and what this board does is I can connect into it through these wires, these tiny coin cell motors. So these motors will vibrate, and they're used in your mobile phone to give you that buzz.
Scientists believe that the brains of Parkinson's patients are constantly sending out false signals which can make the hands tremor. Some patients have reduced their tremors by distracting the brain with sounds or vibrations, a bit like tricking your brain into focusing on something else.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Alison.
Hi Alison, I'm Hyan.
Hyan's keen to test the theory on a focus group of Parkinson's sufferers.
I'm Guy. I was diagnosed just over a year ago.
I was diagnosed just under a year ago.
Well, I've had Parkinson's for 11.5 years.
That makes the challenge difficult for you, I imagine, if everybody's got different symptoms at different stages.
Yeah. Anything to help tremors would be wonderful.
Many say the tremors are the worst aspect of Parkinson's.
On the page, write your name and also maybe draw like a square box.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
God, it gets worse.
So the idea is if you are distracted by the vibration, are you able to write better? I don't know. I don't know. So let's try it.
There are 6 vibrating motors embedded in the wristband, and Hyan can adjust the speed and strength of each one. The aim is to find a sweet spot, the right frequency and intensity that Hyan thinks might distract the brain and reduce the tremors.
It feels quicker. I want to go quicker. I feel more comfortable with it.
Huh.
But I don't know if the end result is that much better. It's affecting something. I don't quite know what's happening. Something is going on with it.
It feels easier.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the result is any different. Is that quite fast now? It feels it.
Yeah. Does it feel better or worse? I think it might not be better.
It's not better, no.
But then changing the pattern of vibration seems to be having an effect.
Yes, as Gaynor said, it feels you can go a bit faster.
Do you think it's about changing the rhythm on the vibration?
Might be changing the rhythm. I mean, the pulse would have to be adapted to each person, I presume.
Right, yeah. That's interesting.
I think there's certainly potential there.
Yeah. I personally think that what this is doing is it's short-circuiting whatever feedback loop there is between the brain and the hand that's causing the tremors. So it's sort of injecting in there some white noise that's causing the brain to stop sending those signals to continue with the tremors. I mean, that's what I think. So it's just really, I think I'm on to something, right? I'm on to something.
Back in London, Hyan is ready to present her final design. She hopes it will help Emma overcome her Parkinson's tremors.
I'm excited and nervous, for sure.
What are you nervous about?
Well, I think I've created something really new and possibly revolutionary, but I'm not completely sure.
But is it actually going to work for her?
That is the big question.
As a top graphic designer, Emma's desperate to be able to write and draw again.
I'm so glad to have gotten this opportunity to work with you and maybe to help you out a little bit. Emma?
I'm immediately very intrigued. I get really shaky when I'm excited or nervous.
And now you're both?
I'm both, yeah. I don't even know what it is, but it's awesome.
Hyan has now incorporated her vibrating wrist technology into a bespoke watch. She's also built an app for Emma which allows her to adjust the settings. This is the first time Emma's used it.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Has it started up?
Yeah.
I mean, how are you feeling? What are you feeling when you're wearing it?
It's making my hand feel less stiff.
Immediately?
I'm actually still tremoring, but my hand feels more relaxed. It's kind of distracting her a little bit, I think. It feels soothing, and...
Sorry.
Well,
I'm just excited.
That's wonderful, isn't it?
Let's try something.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Did it just work? Oh my God.
I'm all smudgy
That
because
is
I'm
one
too
of the most
excited.
extraordinary things I've seen.
It's still doing it a little bit, but that's to be expected. Crikey.
Emma, you just wrote your name.
I know.
Twice.
It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't like a first time lucky. And I'm so emotional. In the middle of the day, with
When was
minimal
the last
medication.
time that you were able to do that?
3 years ago, maybe.
Oh, wow.
She came up with something... You can't do that.
Yeah, I can.
You just drew a straight line.
I've drawn one of them for a long time. It makes me forget that I have a tremor.
Oh my God.
You're probably vibrating on your knee now, isn't it?
I'm so glad it worked.
I was so scared about putting my pen on the paper.
I'm so glad it worked.
Ruin it.
Look at this.
Oh my God.
Hyann thought this might help. It might
Like
be
10%, like 20%. This is like, I think this is 80%.
I was going to go up to 90.
Jesus.
Who are you going to call first?
My mum. I've actually just written my name for like the first time in ages.
I can't believe it. So what happens now? Does she get to keep it?
Well, yeah. Mum, it's called the Emma.
Oh, brilliant.
It's got my name on it. And it comes with interchangeable faces and wristbands so I can change the colour.
Little sequins. It's the old Emma. So important.
So I have a new device called the Emma.
Excellent.
And Emma is using her watch to do the job she loves.